Chapter 13, Volcanoes, Earthquakes, and Tsunamis. Kids, volcanoes, earthquakes, and tsunamis are natural calamities. Natural calamities are the calamities which are caused by the nature and which are not under our control. Nowadays, with the help of science and the technology, we are able to fight with all kind of calamities, and we get the information of all the type of calamities which are going to happen. But these three are a few which are not under our control, and it cannot be avoided. If it happens, we had to face it. Let us understand about these. Volcanoes are an opening in Earth's crust through which the molten rock comes out, that is called magma. When it comes out, it is called lava. When it reaches the surface of the earth, it is called lava. It happens because of the intense pressure inside the earth that took a long period to come out, but due to the pressure for a long period of time, it comes out through the earth. The way through it comes out is called vent. The tunnel is called vent, and the mouth is called the crater where it opens. And when the magma comes out and reaches the earth, it is called lava. Kids, this lava is so hot that whatever comes in its way, it melts everything in the way. It is so hot. But after going and moving to farther space, it cools down and forms a rock. When it cools down, it hardens and forms a rock. Remember that the thinner the lava will go to the farther place, and the thicker it will not go to the farther place, as the thicker things cannot flow more, right? Kids, there are three type of volcanoes, that is active, dormant, and extinct volcanoes. Active volcanoes are those volcanoes which have the capability to erupt in future and has been erupted recently. There are many examples like Mount Vesuvius, Mount Etna, Mount Fuji, and many. And do you know the world's largest active volcano is Mauna Loa in Hawaii? That is the largest volcano which keep on erupting, right? The second type of volcano is dormant volcano. Dormant volcano is a volcano which hasn't erupted for a long period of time, but there are chances that it can erupt in future. So these are called dormant volcanoes. The volcanoes are Mount Fujiyama in Japan, Krakatoa in Indonesia, and Narcodam Island in Andaman and Nicobar. These are few famous dormant volcanoes. And the third type of volcano is extinct volcano. Extinct means which have extincted, which have lost, which will not erupt in future again. There are many volcanoes. As here in the picture you can see, it is just a mountain and it is so dark like ash. So scientists have studied about them, and they have given the information that they will not erupt in future and also have not erupted many years before also. That is why they are called extinct volcanoes. The examples are Mount Kenya, Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa, then Chimborazo in Ecuador, and many are there, right? So these are extinct volcanoes. Kids, do you know that these volcanoes erupt due to intense pressure inside the earth? And we have studied about it that in the earth's crust, in the core, the iron or the metals are in liquid form. That is why they come out in liquid form when they are coming out of the earth. The volcanic eruptions can cause damages. So what all damage they can cause, let us read it. The lava flows can destroy everything in their path. It destroys everything whatever comes in its path. And if it gets mixed with water and forms mud, it can destroy the hillsides also, right? It can block the rivers, can get mixed with water. It can also destroy the roads and bridges if it reaches to the way. As I told you, that wherever it will reach, it will just destroy the things whatever comes in its way. So it can destroy the villages, towns, roads and bridges. And the ash or the gas which comes out of the volcano, when it gets mixed with the air, it can suffocate one's breathe. One cannot breathe because the gas is so hazardous. CO2 is much filled in that, right? Then, hot ash can burn people, buildings, and cause fires. Even the animals, trees, and crops also can be destroyed because of the volcanic eruption, the lava. The second type of natural calamity is earthquake. Kids, the earthquake is the shaking of the earth's crust. When we feel some tremor means some shaking, light shakings while standing or sitting in our homes, that is because of the earthquake. Cause of the earthquake is that our earth is made up of different layers, plates. Those plates are called tectonic plates. These plates move slowly that we cannot even observe it. We cannot feel it every time. But when those plates just collide with each other, they cause some movement in the earth, and that movement causes earthquake. Okay? When the plates move, these plates are called tectonic plates, which lie in the mantle. There are three layers of our earth, that is crust, mantle and core. So these plates lie in the mantle layer, right? These plates moves over a long period of time. They move such slow that we cannot even observe. When the earthquake occur, the point where it occurs inside the earth, that is called the focus, from where it starts, and just above the point where on the earth we feel that, it is called epicenter, right? The focus is the place where it causes, it occurs, it starts, and the point above that is called the epicenter, right everyone? In India, the region of Kashmir, the western and the central Himalayas, north and middle Bihar, the northeast region, Indian region, run of Kutch, and Andaman and Nicobar group of islands are at high risk of earthquakes. Kids, there are few massive earthquakes which occurred in Uttarakshi in 1991, Chamoli in 99, Gujarat in 2001, Jammu and Kashmir 2005, China in 2008, Japan in 2011, and Nepal in 2015. These were the massive earthquakes which have um, damaged the life and property of people a lot. There are few measuring equipments through which we can measure the earthquake, like intensity of the earthquake. Kids, the intensity of the earthquake lies between 1 to 10, and the scale is called Richter scale. The name of the scale, Richter scale, is on the scientists who have discovered the instrument. The name of the scientist was Charles Richter, right? And the instrument is called seismograph. The instrument is called seismograph because it records the seismic waves. Seismic waves means the waves of the earth is called seismic waves, and because it records a seismic wave, that is why it is known as seismograph, right? Kids, the earthquake which is below 6 is considered to be moderate because it does not harm, right? But the earthquake which is more or above 6 is always known as severe because it can harm, and it harms a lot to people and property. Now let us read what all damages an earthquake can cause. It can cause landslides and fire, disrupting the transport and communication system. And if the earthquake is undersea, if any earthquake occurs undersea, means inside the sea or under the sea, it causes tsunami, which is a really great threat to aquatic lives and human beings also, because tsunamis have large waves. If it reaches to the earth side or seashore or to the coast of the sea, it can cause, and it causes, a huge damage. It also can cause to electric cables and gas pipes can be damaged, because electric cables and gas pipes are under the earth and on the earth. So if the earth shakes, it the cables and the gas pipes can come out, can be damaged. They causes a huge destroy to buildings, bridges, and these shakings can cause landslides also. Even the large trees may uproot because of the shaking of the earth, which is caused by earthquake. Kids, do you know that the undersea earthquake causes tsunami, which our Indians also has faced in the year 2004 December. It was a magnitude of 9. The earthquake was of 9.0 magnitude. It was the deadliest earthquake ever, and it has caused a lot of loss of life and properties in India, Sri Lanka, and Indonesia. Now, the third type of natural calamity is tsunami. Tsunami is a Japanese origin word which means harbor waves, means big waves, large or very enormous waves, right? The tsunamis are large and powerful ocean waves which occurs in the ocean. As just now I told you, tsunamis occur due to the earthquake, undersea earthquake. It causes lot of loss if it reaches to the seashore or to the living area, right? Now, kids, it is very difficult to predicate tsunami. Why? Because the waves, when it starts, the waves in the ocean are small, they are normal waves. As in the routine, they high tides and low tides are there in the ocean or the seas. It seems very simple, does not seem like it can take a form of tsunami. But as soon as it reaches to the seashore, to the earth, to the coast of the sea or the area where the people are living, to the land, it takes a huge size, and it is just like a wall. It is so strong, when it hits to the land, it destroy everything whatever it comes in its way. They are actually so heavy that whatever is in the way is completely destroyed. The people have lost their lives and their properties because of tsunami. Sometimes these tsunamis are also called tidal waves, but they have nothing to do with the tidal waves. They are not caused due to tidal waves. They are caused due to undersea earthquake. Kids, most of the tsunamis are occur in Pacific Ocean. That is why Ocean is also known as Ring of Fire. 80% tsunamis occur in Pacific Ocean. And why? Because all the earthquakes occur there. Undersea earthquakes occur there. Tsunamis also cause damage to many things. Likewise, they can damage the boat, car, huge ships, homes, offices, and has made many people homeless even. They damages the fertile soil, because the water which reaches to the earth just destroy and flow over the fertile soil, the top soil from the land, and it makes it unfertile. It causes life and property loss, also causes diseases because of the combination of drinking water with the contaminated water. also damages the road, buildings, and bridges. Kids, as I told you that it is just almost impossible. It is impossible to predicate tsunami as the waves are very small between when they are in the ocean. As soon as it reaches to the coast, they become so large. So it is difficult to predicate. But still, the scientists have given many alerts to the people living near the coast, and many a times it has been seen that they have left the area so that they should not get harmed with the with the heavy waves, right? So it cannot be, but still the scientists are working on this and trying to get some instrument to get the information about tsunami beforehand so that the people can save their life and their property. Okay, thank you, kids.